Hey guys, so I wanted to come on here and tell you a little bit about somebody that I know. Okay, I want to tell you about this guy. All right, someone who's like, he's one of those people that you just think about all the time and you just want to be around all of the time. He's like one of those infectious personalities that you just love. And you love to watch people when they're around him because everyone who's around him knows that there's just something really special about him. You know what I mean? Like, he's one of those guys who's like, who people kind of like flock around, you know? Like, I don't know how to explain it except for it's sort of like the queen bee and the beehive, you know, like everywhere he goes, people just want to follow him. But the amazing thing is that like he's into me, and he's not just into me, but he's into like everything about me, you know. He's into my family. He really loves my family, and he loves my friends, and he's amazing. You know, when you're in a relationship, or even in just like love stories in movies, when you're in a relationship with somebody who wants the best for you and they just want to boost you up, you know, and they want you to be happy and they want to give you everything that they can. And so they want you to be with your friends, and they want your friends to love you, and they want you to be with your family, and they want to provide opportunities for you to always be around the people who love you, and they want you to laugh with your friends and family, but they want to be a part of it, you know. That's how this guy is. He wants to be a part of it. He wants to and like why he would choose me, like I have no idea. Honestly, it makes absolutely no sense. Sometimes I'm like, you're so perfect. Do you have any idea how perfect you are? And like, I'm so not perfect. But it's almost like the flaws don't matter. It's almost like he can't see them. And so when you're with him, he like looks straight past you, you know, like he ignores the lazy eye, or he ignores the big scar across your face. It's like he doesn't see it, you know. He doesn't see a person by like their skin tone or their weight or their club foot or whatever it is. It's he just wants you know. It's like really uncommon and so miraculous that it's like me? Are you looking at me? You know? Because he's handsome. I mean, he's perfect in my eyes. I would say like average. He's probably average. He's just an average guy. I mean, when you look at him at first, you know, like he kind of has long hair, kind of like a rocker dude, and but he like can do anything. He's one of those people who like, if you give him a project, he can complete it. Or he comes over and he's like, hey, do you need any help around the house? You know, he can like build you a bed or build you a table if you need it, because he knows how to do that kind of stuff. He was raised doing it, and that was it's his profession, you know. Like he can build anything. I mean, how many people do you know who can actually like, without any power tools, build and create furniture or help around the house, and actually like he's like a fix-it-all guy. It's pretty amazing. And part of what's so amazing too is like he has this place for me that he wants me to go live with him. And I'm so excited. I can't wait to go see him, because I feel like it's been kind of like a long distance relationship. You know, it's not always easy to be in long distance relationships. I try to really keep my hopes up, and I focus on him as much as I can, you know, but like life can get you down. There's people around who are can be mean sometimes, or, you know, people on the streets that aren't very kind, or you watch the news and it can kind of get you down, but then you're like, oh yeah, but there's this like guy who loves me and he wants the best for me. So we've been talking on the phone a lot. I write to him all the time, you know, but it's not the same. It's not the same. It's not like it is when you can just like grab his face and be like, I love you, you're amazing. You know, it's like, it's just awesome. So I look forward to just hugging him. Just, oh, you know, that big old hug. But until then, sometimes it's just, it can be rough. You know, when we met, so I was kind of raised around him. Like, I knew who he was growing up. I knew his name, and I knew he was a really good guy. Like, he comes from a really good family, and so I knew who he was all growing up. But you know, as I got older, I kind of stopped running in the same crowds. We kind of stopped running in the same crowds, and then one day I like hit rock bottom, and I was just like crying out. And he came behind me and he like touched me on the shoulder. And I was like, who's that? It's like, someone hurt me? And this guy was there, and he flashed that big old pearly white smile, and he sat down, and it's almost like he knew everything about me without me having to say anything. So he helped me through it, you know. He picked me up, and he gave me the best advice ever, and he gave me this book. It was like the ultimate self-help book, like on steroids. And I guess his dad's and him, they're writers. And so it was inspired by he and his dad, and but they also had other people like help with the book. Like, lots of people helped with the book. It's just like this really awesome book. So but it's all about the whole thing. It's almost like they wrote it for me. It's like they know me and they love me and they wanted me to read it the whole time. That's what's kind of like incredible about it. But it's one of the most popular books in the world, so I don't want to give it away, but it's about me. Well, it's also about him. It's like all about him, but it's like written to me. If you read it, I think you'll get a lot out of it, and you may feel like it's written to you too, and it probably is, because frankly, he loves you. He loves everyone. He's one of those, like I said, he's one of those guys that everyone likes to be around. He's like the bee, and there's a hive, and the beehive just follows him everywhere. He's incredible. So anyways, so he wants to introduce me to his dad, and I'm kind of nervous about it, you know? But his dad, I guess, is looking forward to it. And he said, no, you can't get to my dad unless you come with me. So I'm like, cool, okay. So that's my plan. But he's like, okay, he told me all about it, so I'm excited. Okay. Because the house that he has for us is like way more than a house. The house is going to be able to house all of my friends and all of my family, and he's building it. Like, he's creating it. He and his dad, just because they have so much love for me. And this house, I mean, every provision that I could ever ask for or want is just so beautiful, and it's big. He's just been telling me all about it, and I'm just so excited. There's some people who've seen it, and they come back. They like go, and then they come back, and they talk about it. And what they say is like unbelievable. It's so remarkable that it's unbelievable. But the most amazing thing is that we have to hold his hand. You gotta trust this guy. But I'm telling you, if there's anyone to trust, it's this guy. He is amazing. He's amazing. And I got lots of people to back that up. So, to get to the house that we're going to, we hold this book that's about he and his dad and me and the people that I love, and you if you read it too. Okay, so we're holding this book, and it gives us like little details about like how to get there. It's like kind of like a roadmap, okay? So you follow the roadmap, and then along the way you get to like meet people and get to know who he knows, and like it's so awesome getting to know who he knows. And like I said, like sometimes I yearn to hear his voice, and I yearn to be around him. So this is what I do. I read the parts where in red, there's like bold red, like, and I highlight it. I'm like, oh, this is what he said. Like, these are his quotes. And so then I feel like he's standing right in front of me saying these things. And that's when you just know he's like defending me. He's defending me. He's loving me. He's just incredible. He's incredible. So he has this place for me. And he wants us all to go, okay? So on the roadmap, it starts getting narrow. And it's the neat part is that like there's so many people all around, and they can't come. And it makes them really sad. But they have to understand that they have to get on this road. It's this road. Because it goes into this narrow walkway. So you walk down this like sidewalk, and it's narrow. And trust me, to be with this guy, I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna be tight-roping it. I'm gonna be walking on the tightrope like this. All the way to the kingdom. All the way there. But the cool thing is, like this, it gets better. Okay. So we're tight roping it. Here we go. He's bringing the kingdom to me. So, like, he's gonna meet me halfway. So I'm gonna be going there with him, holding his hand the whole way. I'm gonna be listening to what he says. I don't wanna go on the wrong road anywhere. I just want to go to the kingdom and be with him and all my family and all my friends and everybody who he says is there. And it is going to be fun and remarkable. And then we get to meet his dad. And his dad is pretty dang cool. So I'm excited. I don't know about you guys, but I'm excited. and I want you to come with me. So who's in? Who's in? Because I'll tell you what, I'm all in. I'll see you there.